The first thing you should know about water flossers is they should actually be used before brushing. I'm Rick Buck and I've been a dentist for 14 years. I like to cover all things oral health related, including dental product reviews. So subscribe if you have teeth and you care about health. In this video, we will go over how well water flossers or water picks work. Now, this company's water flosser that I will use today is called Burst. Burst makes my favorite toothbrush and by far my favorite floss. The link to their website is in the description below the video. But today I wanted to test out their water flosser. So let's get started. I always start by staining all the plaque in my mouth pink, and then I do my brushing. I didn't use the Burst brush because I wanted to use a little bit inferior of a brush so that I have more plaque left behind to thoroughly test out this water flosser. Now, as we get started, the first thing you should know about water flossers is they should actually be used before brushing, because the flosser will remove all the toothpaste and thus the fluoride if you use it the other way around, and you want the fluoride to be able to sit on your teeth. But if you want to use the water flosser after you brush, you can mix in some Act Rinse, which has fluoride in it. So the water flosser will squirt that in your mouth and you'll have some fluoride still on your teeth. So here I am using the water flosser, and the first thing to know about this water flosser is that the basin is connected to the water flosser, which means the container doesn't hold a lot of water. So you are really limited in how much you can squirt between each tooth. I barely had enough time to use the water flosser on my whole mouth one time, and that was with only a second or two on each tooth gap. And that is what I did on the first day. I only used one basin worth on my whole mouth, which was enough time to use it 1 to 2 seconds once again in each gap. And then I did have a little bit of extra time to do the bottom teeth one more time. You should really be spending more time than this if you're gonna be using a water flosser to get a thorough rinse and a removal of the plaque that fills between your teeth. And so you would have to fill up your basin at least twice to get a thorough water flossing. There are other water flossers with separate basins. You don't have to worry about this running out of water so fast because those water basins hold a lot more if it's not connected to the individual water flosser. So looking at the results, they are okay, but they aren't the best I have seen. It missed some pink spots in the lower left and right molars near the gum line. The bigger issue though is that I go back in with white floss to spot check what it did. And when I floss between each tooth, I still am pulling up pink plaque. So it obviously isn't getting everything, and especially isn't getting that spot right between where the two adjacent teeth contact each other, right in that contact. And that's where a lot of the cavities build up. When I floss with my favorite floss, this doesn't happen. Watch my video on how to floss if you want to know more about this and how not to miss spots while flossing. Then on a separate day, I tried again using the water flosser. This time I filled the basin up a second time, which gave me enough time to go through the whole mouth twice, which totaled about 2 to 4 seconds per gap. But as you will see, the results were just kind of the same. And when I spot checked the gaps with white floss, once again, there was a little bit of pink left in almost every gap. After I stopped filming, this kind of bothered me and I tried to target one of the spots on the back molars, and it still wasn't getting that spot thoroughly. So to document it, I turned the camera back on again, so now the staining is a little bit more faint because I've been working on it so long. And then I tried it some more. So in total, I've spent about 15 seconds with the water flosser on this one spot at least. And it still was faintly there. It may be hard to see, but that pink is still there. And I'll show you in just a second. When I floss, you can see it's definitely still there. Now, just to illustrate, I take my favorite floss, which once again has an affiliate link in the description below this video, and you see it snaps through easily, and then once I get underneath the biofilm, it lifts all the biofilm that the water flosser missed, and you can see the pink a little bit better now. Now this might make a lot of people sad because I know a lot of people don't like flossing. Trust me, I'm a dentist, I get it. But there is just no substitute for it, and in fact, in a lot of cases, while you need to brush every day, I think it's more important to do a thorough job of flossing than it is to do a thorough job of brushing. but obviously both are important to do thoroughly. So I don't really ever recommend water flossers, but if you want to use one, you have to use it in addition to flossing. And then when I say that, it's like, well then why even use a water flosser? But if you want the ultimate clean, yeah, you can use one. So don't forget to click on the links for the best brush and toothbrush in the description below, subscribe, and in my opinion, everyone should watch my video on the best daily brushing and flossing routine now.